that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a squad from the American, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Ducks ready to get this thing started and open the season. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. A designed run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the pool. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Got it in the middle. It's Porter. Oh, he's got some space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Makes it past the marker. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Gets the back moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Hand off from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Moving out of the pocket. Working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to run it. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Oh, it's reversed. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. The running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he fired. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
He's up to 47 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Red pass hits complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up for this 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown Ducks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score.
Breaks away on the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Finds his man. It's Watkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Got it set up on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Using the quick game. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Bringing it back at the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Virginia Tech picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Frank Beamer built there in Blacksburg, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 23 to USC. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top on first down. Working deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. The 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. The snap sets up the throw. Fires left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Rebels will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Making side adjustments here. The RPO, it's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Now improvising. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Really nice awareness that time, getting out of bounds and saving 6 seconds on the clock. You're in field goal range here, so you've got maybe time for one more quick completion, get out of bounds, or if you're not going to kick the field goal, you've got time for one more shot into the end zone.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Cox. There he goes! He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Working that left side now. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, there's being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Offense ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. This is a design run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And he gets the 1st down, and I guess, 4th down just means I'm going for it just about every time in nowadays football.
You know, the thing with analytics, David, is that you have to be brave enough to go against what you've always thought, being sound in the kicking game, kick it and play defense.
Yeah, those days are out the window now. You've got a card that tells you your percentages of getting on a 4th down and scoring and not kicking field goals and a whole nother area to monitor in the case of coaching.
He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the comeback is on.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the direct snap, it's Cox. Turning it on! They bring him down, and that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer. On the direct snap, it's Cox.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Cox. The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Cox. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation and what play to dial up.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Cox. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The Ducks looking to convert on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Keeps it himself and gets the 1st. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. A run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
To the air on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's complete to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Off play action. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. He'll take it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that...
Touchdown, Rebels! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth, but they didn't quit, and they didn't pout, and they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ballgame.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Gives it on the option. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense. He wants to change this route. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. You're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Going to swing it on second down. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that was the perfect play on defense. You make the tackle inbound, short of the first down marker, so the clock is still running. Right now, they've got the offense scrambling.
Makes the grab past the marker. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. Fourth down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared